Welcome back to the Greater Pensacola Chamber Toddcast. I'm Todd Thompson, President and CEO of the Greater Pensacola Chamber of Commerce. On a beautiful summer afternoon here in downtown Pensacola, with me, as always, is the maestro, Lico Crump. Lico, how's your summer going?
Summer has been great.
Yeah,
I have to say that summer's been great. A lot of changes in the chamber, exciting guests on the Toddcast, and of course, I mean, we're here in paradise, so, I mean, no complaints here.
It's hard to beat. Hard to beat. And yes, we do have another exciting guest today. We have Ruthie Speight, the Executive Director of the Pensacola Young Professionals, or as most people know, PYP. Ruthie, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Absolutely, and we're excited to have you on. So let's jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with PYP.
Absolutely. So I have been in Pensacola since 2013. I came here as a transfer student to the University of West Florida and finishing up my bachelor's degree in psychology, and decided to stay for the graduate program there. And so it was in my graduate program back in 2015 that I was a part of the student chapter of our local Society for Human Resource Management.
Okay.
And one of our speakers was the then Pensacola Young Professionals president. So Jonathan Thompson came in and spoke to our group about getting plugged into the community. Mm-hmm. We were in grad school and very much living in the library, so it was news to me that there was a group of people that, you know, downtown and just around the whole Pensacola area that were young and invested in improving the community. It was so appealing because I'm not from Pensacola. Mm-hmm. So I kind of had this perception that, if you're not military or you're not retired, then what do you do here?
Right.
And so, or who do you connect with? So it was really exciting to hear that not only that these people existed, but they had organized themselves into a group.
Right.
So I took the opportunity to join, and I was involved in a program we had at the time called Mentor Pensacola, which was a formalized mentor pairing with a PYP member and a community leader that led to a really fantastic internship opportunity and eventually a job. So PYP has been active and a big part of my life since 2015, and brought me to where I am, and all the relationships I built in this community, I could say I've traced it right back to PYP.
That's great. And so kind of give just an overview of what PYP is about and your membership, and just kind of what's your mission?
Absolutely. So Pensacola Young Professionals, we are a civic nonprofit, and we focus on developing, personally and professionally developing our members, which our membership base is 18 to 40-year-olds. Mm-hmm. And we do have alumni memberships after that, so we're not discounting anyone. Right. No one's excluded. But our main membership base, we focus on those early career stages. And so we've got students, undergrad and graduate students. We love having military members, military and spouses. Mm-hmm. We offer discounts for all of those folks. We also have creative, photographers and sound engineers, young entrepreneurs who are trying to start businesses, and also corporate. If you're just kind of getting in entry level, or maybe just moving up the ranks in your corporate type of job, it's really for anyone and everyone at that kind of early career stages.
Right.
And right now we've got 125 members.
Okay.
Our goal is to break 150 this year.
Good.
That does kind of ebb and flow. We do two different versions. We do a committed full annual membership. We also do a monthly subscription, because we've got a lot of millennials, and that's just how we kind of think about things.
Ready to cut the cord.
That's right. At any moment,
and go.
Yep,
you never
try
know.
it out. Yep, you can save a little money this month and not join. So that kind of rotates a little, or fluctuates a little bit, the actual member count. But right now we're sitting at 125, and we're really happy with that.
Good.
And looking to grow. Our mission is to share our passion for and belief in the Pensacola Bay Area, and to act as a catalyst for positive change. Mm-hmm. And so we love being able to do that through our programming, and really by connecting our members with the right people in the right places in the community to get involved with what matters most to them.
No, that's great. And I know you have a lot of events You do the networking, but you also have events focused on the community, things that are happening, things that need to be happening, perhaps. So kind of to that end, what are some of your short and long-term goals at PYP?
So our short-term goals it kind of goes year by year because our leadership team turns over. We get a new president every year, and so programming looks a little different every year under those different leadership styles. So our short-term goals are always to offer really excellent programming. And like you said, that's networking once a month. We offer professional development workshops. We do stay involved. We have an economic development and governmental affairs team, and then also our quality of life, which is community service. So the goals of each of those teams is to offer opportunities to our members to get plugged in and to get educated. I think especially with the economic development and governmental affairs, we want to be able to say, PYP, we're here to network, we're here to, grow your connections. We also are here to understand what is going on in our city and in our county. Like, what are the important issues that can sometimes seem maybe a little bit out of reach for people, in that age range.
Right.
So we want to break it down. We want to make it understandable. We want to make sure that if people are looking to enact some positive change, we know the avenues to put them down that path and to say, here's who you need to talk to at city council, or here's how you get in front of the county commission. And so that's always our short-term goal, is to kind of educate, bring the opportunities to connect and to build ourselves personally and professionally. Long term, really our main objective is to recruit, retain, and develop young talent for this area. And so we're looking to develop, our PYP strategic plan. We'll probably get to that in the second half of this year. We're on an April 1 fiscal year. So probably around October, we'll fall back and regroup as a board and determine how's it going so far? What do we want to do next? Because we really see ourselves as that hub, the connecting place for new people coming here from somewhere else, people who grew up here and want to just get involved in a different way, or what we have been calling the Pensacola pilgrimage, where you grew up here, you went away for a little while, and now you're coming home again, and you're ready for that next chapter. And so how can we get you connected to the places and the people that are most meaningful? So that really ultimately, we want to be the best qualified applicant pool. So when there's people in town looking to add to their team and, new hires, we want them coming to PYP first. Same thing, for PYP members, if you're looking to make a change or you're ready to level up, get another job, come talk to us, because we should be the ones who can connect you with those organizations, best places to work, and really be able to marry the two together.
Right. And I think that's such an important role that Pensacola Young Professionals plays, because, if you have students that are graduating from UWF, or if they went somewhere else for college, but they grew up here and they want to be a part of the community and they want to move back, having that where you have that support group that can help, meet new people, help make those connections at businesses, that sort of thing. I think it's really important for our community.
I agree. I totally agree, especially where sometimes it feels really far. Even if you're going to school here at UWF, I know for me, it felt far from downtown and kind of removed from who are the players in town and, like organizations and people and the opportunities to get connected. So we don't want to, we want to get them while they're still here. Like, maybe you don't have to go. Like, travel's great. And if you want to, go get those experiences, but then come back. Like, come back, raise your kids here. We're making it a great place to live and work and play and grow. And I think that we've all seen the changes, how much it's improved.
Right.
And so it's getting easier to tell people, like, the quality of life here is going up, and we're excited. We want to get you plugged into the right places for you.
Right. Yeah, no, it's great. So, as you just mentioned, Pensacola is becoming more attractive for exactly that, people to live, work, and play. So what do you think are some of the key issues that we need as a community, we need to continue to work on to improve on that?
I think where we are right now, and I'm saying this from a place of data, because we do offer PYP, rolls out and gives back the quality of life survey that we do every year. It's conducted by a third party, the data collection and analysis, and then we roll out the results to the community. And so this year we're excited to take a more longitudinal look. Typically, we'll compare current year to the immediate previous year.
Right.
So this time we're looking at more like over time, what are some of the trends we've seen? There's a lot of the same items over and over. And then also each year we'll add in kind of a few unique items for the year to see what are the current issues that are really important to people right now. And so this year, the items that we've put forth, data collection is just about to begin for the 2019 year. So we're looking at questions around education. We're looking at questions around homelessness and panhandling. Also, affordable housing is a huge issue for just in general young professionals. That's a theme that emerges a lot out of our conversations. We're also looking at technology. And so, if there's an opportunity for Pensacola to become a really highly like tech-enabled 5G type of place, is that something that people in general would support? I think it's important to know that on that survey, that's not going out to our members. That goes to everyone in the county. So it does get a really good sample and a good response rate. So we're excited to see. So part of the rollout this year will be looking at those specific questions for the year and also bringing back, we've been doing this survey for a long time now.
Right.
And all those results are available on our website. But just to pull them together in a way that we can, in a snapshot, kind of compare what are our trend lines looking like. We're going to be rolling that out at Civicon, which is new for us, and we're really excited to get to have an opportunity to be on the stage at Civicon on September 17th.
Okay.
And so we'll be there with Joe Riley, who was the mayor of Charleston.
Yeah, I went to graduate school in Charleston. So
excellent.
Very familiar with Mayor Riley.
Well, we're very excited to meet him, and especially excited to have a seat at the table and a chance to be in front of that same crowd, those other people who care and are engaged and coming to learn more. So that's where we'll be rolling out the results this year that, we'll have some of those answers.
Yeah. And there are a lot of parallels between Charleston and Pensacola. On the water, there's great history. But so I think learning from what they've done in the last 20, 30 years is a great model. Yeah.
And that's really what we are also excited to be. We want to be a best model. We being Pensacola Young Professionals, a best model and have the best practices for other cities. We're kind of unique in that we are our own entity. We're not part of a university or some other larger network or like a chapter. It's truly just us. And so we want to be leaders and show the way about how do we lean in and get involved. The seats at the table that have been offered to us, how do we take them and run with them? And I think that studying other cities and seeing what they've done for their economic development and for, their community development is the best way that we are going to understand how we fit into the context of Pensacola. So that was already going to be an exciting Civicon anyway. And now we get to contribute to the conversation directly.
Okay. So just so I have this right, we're beginning of August now. So you'll start surveying folks here pretty soon.
In the next couple weeks.
And then September 17th is the big rollout.
That's the rollout, and we'll have the results available on our website. We'll also have printed copies, and we'll be talking about that. That survey really helps us. The results help us inform our programming. So again, that's right around our mid-year point. And so when we start talking about our programming for the second half of the year, and then also even into the next year, and as we revisit our strategic plan over the next few years, like, okay, what are we seeing in this data so that we're making data-driven decisions on what is important and where can we most be helpful in moving the needle on some of these metrics.
Right. And it's such a resource. I mean, I know I refer to it, and people I have conversations with say, they go back to it throughout the year and look at the data and, like you say, where there's programming, you can find out so much that, okay, we need to address this. We need to try to find the right people to come in and talk about those. So it's just a tremendous resource for the entire community. So.
I agree. I'm glad to hear that.
Right.
I think we're really fortunate to have it at all in our community. And I think we're fortunate to get to play that part as an organization. That we get to bring that information to everybody.
Right. Yeah, that's great. So, collaboration is a big buzzword that we hear a lot and we're seeing more of. And, it's one of my initiatives as president here at the Chamber is to, have more collaboration with groups like PYP. Talk about some of the things that y'all are doing, working with other organizations in the community.
This is my favorite word. This is what it all comes back to for me. Collaboration, leveraging relationships. I just think that none of us is as good as all of us. And so one of my priorities coming into this role and having been a member of PYP for a long time was to first reach out and, just to our community of different nonprofits. That was a huge heartstring for me personally, to understand how can PYP help further their missions. And that has expanded. We have our quality of life team, so we often will serve, whether it's building a habitat house, or we recently did a Paws and Pints event at Perfect Plain. And that was great in that, we were able to raise awareness and raise some money for the Pensacola Humane Society.
That's great.
So we do a lot of spotlighting on nonprofits, and whether it's, giving of our time or of our resources to help further their missions. We also are partnering really closely with the Civicon team. And so the, civic engagement, that is definitely our plug into the economic development conversations and the governmental affair. Well, less so. The civic conversation side is definitely the economic development pieces, educating ourselves on the projects that are existing and, what the opportunities are to vote and to participate in the conversations and to ask questions along the way, so that we are actively engaging with our community, not just watching things happen all around us. So I think our relationship with Civicon and with the Studer Community Institute is what is, really bringing PYP to the forefront. We also have really awesome collaboration with our media partners. They're super supportive of our organization, and that's what helps us keep the doors open and the lights on, is like for people to understand what we're trying to do, and then have the chance to come attend an event and, come meet us, see what we're doing, see what we're about. And so we're, really most excited to keep building those relationships, because I think PYP has been part of our community since 2006. And it's continuously evolving and changing. So I'm really excited to get to be here for the next chapter, because I don't think there's ever been a better time to be a young professional in Pensacola. And the sky is the limit. Like we want to partner with, whether it's an event space that we can come, draw people into your business, or it's a way we can promote online, whatever the cause or the issue that you're trying to raise awareness for. We being PYP, we are really here to help and to serve.
Yeah, that's great. And the last few election cycles, we've had the candidate forums that the Chamber and PYP have worked together on. So, I'd like to find more opportunities like that we can continue to kind of build our relationship as well. I think there's just a lot of synergy between the two organizations, and we can complement each other with what's going on. It
seems so obvious now. I didn't even mention the Chamber. Of course,
but
collaborative relationship. It's almost so ingrained now, but it is absolutely worth mentioning that the support of the Chamber of PYP is crucial. Like understanding the best way to reach, small business owners, and to get those folks involved, and to help understand that there's a place for your employees to come get developed, and that there are events the Chamber is hosting that, PYP, we belong there, and that we really feel that, and we feel the welcome and like you said, the synergy between the two. So it's almost so seamless now. I'm sorry, I didn't even think to mention.
No, that's okay. And we've got some of our staff who's very involved with y'all, and
we're lucky to have them. Some of our best board members are right here at the Chamber.
Right. I mean, Caitlin and Jenna, and now we have Sarah here. So it's I think that just helps the relationship, and so we understand what we're doing, and we're not stepping on each other's toes, or we're not missing anything. So I think it's I think it's a great relationship.
I agree. That's been a huge win, just having, it's almost like liaisons, even just knowing, there's a Chamber after hours. We're not doing an event that night. Right. We are here to, we need to be showing up to those, and we want our Chamber affiliates to be able to come to our events. And like you said, we're not competing. We are really, truly strategically now collaborating. Right. I don't think we ever did that on purpose, but we got into a weird groove there for a minute. So making sure that, that no one has to miss out on an opportunity just from something like scheduling. And having those ladies involved has been a game changer for just opportunities for PYP to show up and be present and participate in different conversations. And, in return, we hope that they are getting some good personal and professional development and opportunities to get even further plugged in, and the ways that benefit them and that also then come back and benefit the chamber too.
Exactly. Yeah. It's working really well. So I just want to see if I think that's all the questions I had. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners?
I would like to mention that we have some upcoming events, and that if anyone is interested in learning more about PYP, the best way to do that is to stop by. Really just come to an event, get to know us. We do have, the events are listed on our website, PensacolaYP.com. There's an opportunity to join as a member. There's also good information there about sponsoring. So if anyone is interested in sponsoring PYP, we do have a really nicely laid out sponsorship levels, and that comes back in the form of memberships. So if you have employees that you would like to be members, and also in marketing, we love promoting our sponsors and thanking them profusely. So whether it's logos on the website, mentions at events, and social media, of course, is where we all live in our demographic. So if anyone's interested in joining as a member, becoming a sponsor, the website's a great resource to go to. Also to check out the calendar, we've got networking events every month, and they are always open. We've also got our quality of life events coming up. We're going to be serving breakfast at the Ronald McDonald House on August 10th. So that's going to be bright and early at 6:30. That is an opportunity for members only. So to join to be a member, if you want to come do that one.
Join to get the privileges.
Exactly. But the networking event on August 8th, we're doing that at Cypress, the new restaurant here downtown, and that is open to anyone. So come stop by, no age restrictions, none of that. We just want to make connections and build some relationships. So that'll be at Cypress on August 8th at 5:30. And then we're also having another economic development and governmental affairs team meeting. It's sort of a workshop style, and that's going to be on August 13th at the Studer Community Institute building, where we're going to take a deeper dive into the issues of panhandling, homelessness, and affordable housing. Okay. So that's going to be a really good continuation of a conversation we started back in April that we called "What's Wrong with Pensacola?"
Yeah, I was there.
So that's the next step, the part 2 follow-up, where we took some of those themes and said, here's the first ones we want to get educated on. Right. And then the next step will be, what can we do about it? So that's going to be a really good event. We've got some great experts from the community coming to talk to us. Good. And so again, that's Tuesday the 13th, August 13th at 5:30. And then we'll have a professional development event that we're calling How to Market Yourself. Okay. And so that's just about, having like a nice polished online professional presence and how to leverage your LinkedIn specifically. So again, we'll have experts from the community, and they'll have a chance to come kind of show us the ropes, and we might, pull out our phones and do a little work while we're there. Right. And that's going to be on August the 27th. That's also at the Studer Community Institute building, and that'll be from 5:30 to 7:30. So August is going to be a lot of fun. It's a busy month.
Busy month, yeah. But I mean, I know y'all always have a lot going on. So if you're interested, remind me the website again.
PensacolaYP.com.
Okay. So check out PensacolaYP.com. Find out what's going on. If you're interested, memberships are available.
Absolutely. Anytime. Open enrollment.
Open enrollment. So there's no closing, no closing date. But Ruthie, really appreciate the time and get to learn a little bit more about PYP and all the exciting stuff you have going on, and look forward to working with you all in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And we will catch you next time on the Toddcast.
Thanks for listening to this edition of the Toddcast. To learn more, check out the Greater Pensacola Chamber's Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at ToddcastPCola. That's Toddcast, letter P, : We hope you join us again next time on the Toddcast.